Thank you. I'm so pleased to be here. Two questions. First one is, Abraham, where's my stuff?
Be intended for you in vibrational escrow, growing with interest every day, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, calling you louder and louder and louder and louder, patiently acknowledging that in time, even if you have to wait until you croak, you will eventually come into alignment with it.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'll croak and then I'll come into alignment with everything. I've been sending off rockets of desire for almost 15 years before I even knew that they were rockets of desire, and became aware of you and Jerry probably about 6 months ago, and I've listened to your tapes and watched your DVDs and thinking, okay, well, again, I seem to be close to manifestation, but I don't know whether I'm still far away or whether I'm on the verge.
Well, what you really want to do, you want to use your processes and images in order to give yourself a happy feeling rather than use them to try to get your stuff, because when you're fixated on the stuff and the stuff isn't there, you can't help but feel the lack of it, and the lack of it keeps it from coming. So you have to find a way of taking the stuff out of the equation. And that's tricky, because you're saying, okay, so I know what I want. How do I get what I want? And we say, forget about what you want. Just want to be happy instead. Because everything that you want, all that stuff you want, is because you think you will feel better in the having of it. So if you can fixate on the feeling better, whether you have it or not, before you have it, now it has to come. A woman said to us one day, Abraham, I don't think you care if my lover ever comes. I think you want me to get so good at visualizing him that I don't notice that he's not here. And we said, exactly right. Because when you are happy anyway, now he has to come. You see, when you pick up the stick that has any subject, the subject of money, plenty of money on one end, not enough on the other. So you think you're talking about it because you're talking about money, but the way you feel indicates whether you're thinking about finding the feeling place of the security and the well-being of plenty of money, or whether you're finding the feeling place of the insecurity and not good feeling of not enough. So it's a matter of focusing your solar plexus, focusing your energy, you're focusing your feeling rather than focusing your thoughts. Because you see, this is the easiest way to hear this. The contrast caused you to do the asking. You did that. Source has answered and is there holding your stuff. Now you've got to release resistance, which means you got to let go of thoughts that don't feel good. And the thoughts that don't feel good about your stuff are only, where's my stuff? What's taking so long? Why isn't it coming? What am I doing wrong? Those are upstream thoughts. So let's push the microphone just a little down and a little away from you. And there. And now let's talk about your stuff. Specifically, what piece of stuff are you most wanting? I
want to find something to do with my life that will benefit others, to help others.
So the stuff that you're talking about is a satisfying, meaningful occupation?
Yes.
Calling, cause. Mm-hmm. So, good statement. So now, give us the normal words that you speak about this subject. Just ramble about it.
What I feel is that I have, frankly, been in a desert period for the last almost 15 years.
All right, so let us ask you a question. That's charming, clever, and upstream. Can you feel it?
Yes.
I've been in a desert. So can you feel, and you say that, and that's not the first time you've said that. You coined that. It's an accurate depiction of how you feel, but it's still upstream. And every time you say it, you point away from what's in your vibrational escrow. So what else do you have to say?
I try to concentrate on feeling good. I try to concentrate on positive things.
All right, so concentrate on feeling good and make another statement to us.
It would be wonderful if I could find a vocation that would give me satisfaction.
All right. Now, those were better sounding words, but still upstream. It would be wonderful if I weren't on the desert island. It would be wonderful if I could find a vocation, which I haven't been able to find. That would give me satisfaction, which I don't have. In other words, it sounded better, it just wasn't.
Yeah.
So focus on the feeling and try again.
This is that's my frustration is I'm trying
Upstream,
to feel
upstream,
better
upstream,
and looking
upstream,
downstream.
Upstream.
But then I get so frustrated.
Upstream.
I want to paddle upstream as hard as I can. Which, logically speaking, I know that's not the right way.
So everything you just said was upstream.
Yeah.
And understandable, but try to make it feel better. Because see, you keep thinking that if you say it enough, that the universe will just give it to you. Like your mother finally did.
You read my mind, yeah.
Like your mother finally did. You just wore her down. But the universe won't give you something other than what you're vibrating. As long as you're vibrating this way, you're not letting yourself have it. So this time, tell a similar story, but tell it. You see, we don't want you to tell the story to get to the idea or to get to the vocation or to get to the calling. We don't want you to do this so that you get over there. We want you to do what we want you to do right now with us, just so you'll feel better right now. We just want you to soothe yourself with your own words. So the key is finding the feeling of relief. That's the key. So you've been upstream and you've been that way for a while because you are frustrated, and we understand. But the work is you got to break that bubble of dissatisfaction and make yourself feel a little better. And only you can do it. So try here.
I know that I am on the verge to a new adventure in life that is going to bring me happiness, satisfaction, money, improvement in my relationship with my wife of 40 years.
All right, now what's happening is, again, you are believing so much in the power of your word, and you are so carefully articulating, you've decided to even throw in another handful of things that you want.
Why not?
Might as well get the whole list out here. But you're still not doing, you still haven't said anything that made you feel any different, because you don't know that yet. In other words, you use the word I know and you don't know it. You hope. Yeah. So what we want you to do is just don't try to say it in a way that will please us or that will sound good to anyone else. Say it in a way that actually moves a feeling within you.
See, my problem is I'm a skeptic. I'm an inborn skeptic. So I need to overcome that.
But you shouldn't be a skeptic, because everything you're offering vibrationally is exactly what's happening to you. There's not a shred of evidence to the contrary. And so you say, I'm a skeptic, and we say, yeah, that's why your stuff isn't coming.
Yeah.
It's proof. So you got to be less skeptical.
So I got to be a believer.
You just got to be a hoper. You don't even have to be a believer. You just have to be a hoper.
Yeah, I've been a hoper.
You just have to hope, because the vibrational difference between true skepticism and hopefulness is huge. And once you turn into that feeling of hope, just that much relief, you'll start getting evidence, and then you'll start believing. It's sort of where we began here today, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So just, you see, the thing that we want, if we were talking to earlier, we were talking about children, and we want to say to you, be real for your children. Be real for those that you're wanting to assist. Just be real, which means don't pretend that you feel different than you do. You don't see your empty tank, your empty indicator on your gas gauge of your vehicle and feel so discouraged that you put a happy face sticker on it. There, that's so much better. Because you want to know. And so, same thing. We don't want you to use better sounding words. We want you to find words that actually make you feel better. So when you say, I know it's all coming and I know I'll live happily after, we want to say, you don't know that. So don't pretend that you do. Don't pretend it, because trying to take too big of a jump just turns you upstream too. So just try to get hold of a little piece of something that gives you a little bit of relief. You can do it.
Now I know why they call this the hot seat. in myself.
And you know, it's interesting because we've been very easy on everybody till you.
I knew you were saving your best for me, but that's okay.
You got to note the true injustice in that.
Yes, absolutely.
It is what it is your readiness to hear this. In other words, you're in the play. You're asking. You light it up for us. Your asking was way disproportionate to your reluctance. And so we know that if we just focus here with you for a little bit, you're going to have a vibrational breakthrough. And that's why we're not letting you get away with anything.
Great. Thank you. Appreciate that. I have so much in my life to be grateful for. I'm truly blessed. Things always work out for me, even when they seem desperate, and I don't think, you know, I'm going to find my way out of it. There's always a solution. There's always an answer.
Oh, you can feel that, can't you? He means this. You mean that. And there's relief in that. In other words, that was a downstream statement from where you were. A truly downstream statement. Wasn't the best statement we've ever heard. It wasn't even close. But it was the perfect statement for you. It was just exactly the right statement. You found the feeling of where you were and you improved it. Now, keep going if you want to.
I know things are going to get better day by day. Things are going to come into my existence. I'm confident of that.
I'll know it when I see it. I'm getting pretty good at this. I'm getting the
pretty
hang of
close.
this. I
Yeah.
realize I don't have to fix it all at once.
I know
it's
that.
just a matter of getting pointed in the right direction, and I've already done that. And anytime I get turned upstream, I'll recognize that again, and I can
do,
just...
and then I stop myself immediately and try to think of something positive, try to think of something that makes me feel better, because I know, again, that you can't go from here to here in one step. You need to do it slowly, one small step at a time, and that's how I try to live each and every day, is one small step at a time, feeling better about doing what I'm doing and being more and more grateful for what I've got and accepting where I am today.
So there you have it. There you have it. In other words, that is the work. And it was a little slow going in the beginning because as 2 or 3 people have pointed out, why am I so stubbornly focused where I am? And we say, you're not stubborn. It's that law of attraction is just giving you those thoughts because that's where you've been for a while. But with a little effort, did you see how you broke loose into a whole other place? And then with a little more effort, did you see how you broke loose into a whole other place? Do you know how much vibrational difference you made just sitting here? It's huge, you see. Huge. Your whole entire point of attraction has shifted just since you made that small effort. And the evidence will reflect it. So you won't go away saying, oh yeah, I had an exercise and I spoke better words, but it's the same old, same old. You'll say, I felt something shift, and the evidence of my life is backing that shift up. I'm getting different manifestational indicators now that my vibration has shifted. Don't you just love it?